Hi guys! February is Accessories Month over at Operation Christmas Child, so this video is going to feature 2 different ways to make purses from an old pair of jeans. And best of all, no sewing. Instead of sewing, you're going to lace the jeans together, like in the fleece hat tutorial earlier this year. Both of these purses use the legs of the jeans, so before we get started, you want to take your pair of jeans and cut the legs off, right from the inseam to the outer seam, leaving yourself 2 pairs of legs and a pair of shorts. The first purse that we're going to make laces up the front like a pair of sneakers. So for this purse you'll need 1 jean leg, thin ribbon and thick ribbon, a button and a small elastic hair tie, scissors and a marker, and a glue gun with glue. Cut open your jean leg so you have 1 large layer of jean. Once opened, you'll need to cut the jean into a cross shape. To get the shape, first fold the bottom of your jean leg up and square off the edges. Lay the jean vertically, right way facing up, and fold in the edges. That's how wide your purse will be. Use your marker to mark off 2 rectangles that are 2 inches down and the width of your flap. Open your jeans back up. Cut out the rectangles that you just marked. That forms the top section. Next, fold the bottom of the jean up until it is flush with the bottom of the top section. Use your marker and mark off 2 more rectangles. Starting at the inner corner you already cut, draw a line down the length of the fabric, then a right angle over to the side. Repeat on the opposite side. Open the jeans up and cut out your rectangles. At this point, you should have a cross-shaped piece of fabric. The top section will be the flap that you fold over the top of the purse. The second section is the widest. You'll fold the 2 side pieces into the middle to form the front of the purse. Lastly, the bottom section will fold up the length of the purse underneath the side pieces. Once your jean is cut into the cross shape, fold it vertically in half so the 2 middle flaps are lined up. Fold those edges up 1 inch and snip small slits about 1/2 inch apart. Make sure you go through both layers of fabric. Open your jeans back up. Fold your bottom section up and your side flaps in. Use your thin ribbon to lace up the center of the purse like you would lace a pair of sneakers. You can use a safety pin on the end of the ribbon to make the lacing easier if you wish. Once your middle section is laced, tie off the top. At the bottom, dab some hot glue to keep the flaps in place over the middle section. That's the basic body of the purse. To make the closure, fold the top of the top flap in 1 inch and snip 2 small slits a 1/2 inch apart in the middle of the purse. Thread a piece of thin ribbon through the first slit, and then through the button, and lastly through the second slit. Tie the ends of the ribbon in a knot on the inside of the flap. That attaches the button to the flap. Next, take your small elastic hair tie and thread it through one of the crisscrosses on the front of the purse. Take the top of the hair tie and pull it through the bottom of itself and pull tight. To close the purse, hook the hair tie over the button. We'll attach the shoulder strap. Snip a small slit on the side of your purse about 2 inches down. This slit should be as small as you can make it. Repeat on the other side. My thick ribbon is 44 inches long, but that's not a firm length. It just has to be able to go over someone's shoulder, so it can be anywhere from 25 inches to 45 inches. Push one end of your ribbon through the slit and knot it until it doesn't slide out of the slit, hence needing a very small slit. Repeat on the other side. Lastly, the decoration. Use your jean scraps and cut a 2-inch square, two 1.5-inch squares, a 1-inch square, and a rectangle that is 2 inches by 1.5 inches. Use your hot glue gun to glue the square together in a spiral pattern descending in order of size. To make the topmost bow, fold your rectangle in 1/4-inch folds, similar to how you make a paper fan. Once folded, use a piece of your thin ribbon and tie it together in the middle of the bundle. Glue the bow to the top of the stacked squares, then glue the whole thing to your purse. And that is purse number 1. The second purse uses the other leg of the jean. It also laces, but it laces straight up, not in a crisscross pattern. For this purse, you will need a jean leg, a full 3-yard spool of ribbon, a button and a small elastic hair tie, and scissors. To start, cut your jean in the same cross shape as the first purse. Once your jean is cut into the cross shape, fold it in half vertically so the 2 middle flaps are lined up. Fold those edges up 1 inch and snip small slits about a 1/2 inch apart. Make sure you go through both layers of fabric. Open your jean back up. Fold your bottom section up and your side flaps in and overlapping. Use your ribbon and lace the 2 sides together, starting from underneath the flaps straight up. Once laced, cut the ribbon with about 2 inches extra, then flip up the bottom of the flaps and tie the ribbon off so it can't be pulled out. To finish up the bottom, fold all the layers up 1 inch and snip slits about 1/2 inch apart. Lace the ribbon through the first slit and knot it on the inside so you can't see the knot. Then lace the ribbon through each slit until you reach the end and tie off the ribbon. Next, we'll do the closing bits of the purse. Using a bit of ribbon, tie the button onto the second lacing down. That's the bottom part of the closure. For the top part of the closure, snip 2 slits in the top flap 1 inch apart and attach the hair tie. Thread the hair tie through each of the slits, then take the top of the hair tie and pull it through the bottom of itself and pull tight. The purse closes by hooking the hair tie over the button. Next is the braided strap. Snip a small slit in the side of your purse about 2 inches down on both sides. Then use the rest of your ribbon and 2 long pieces of scrap jean. If you don't have a long, thin piece, you can cut your scraps into thin pieces and hot glue them together. Poke the end of the ribbon and the end of the jean pieces through one of the slits in the side of your purse. Tie them in a knot. It needs to be big enough to not easily come back through the slit. Once tied, braid the 3 pieces together. Do not tie the braid off. Push the braided end through the second slit and then tie the end in a knot. Lastly, the decoration. Cut one of your scrap pieces into a rectangle that is 4 inches by 10 inches. Fold the scrap in an accordion pattern and tie it together in the middle with another scrap piece of jean or a small piece of ribbon if you have one left. Glue the bow to the purse. Spread the edges of the bow and glue them down to give the bow a spread open look. That finishes off this purse. So that's 2 different ways to use lacing to make a purse from an old pair of jeans. The straight lacing method and the crisscross method. Making a purse for an old pair of jeans is an easy craft, and you can always switch up the ribbon and decorations to fit your sense of style. I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye!